How's it going, everybody on YouTube? This is your host, Tea Time, and I'm coming to you with my review to episode 4 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Honestly, I really don't feel that much different in the rating I had last week with my review from this one. It's like, honestly, the only thing I really cared about when it came to this episode was the fighting. There was a fight scene at the end with She-Hulk and Wong, and that's really the only part I really enjoyed. Besides that, I personally didn't really care about everything else that was going on. I felt like everything else was just something to just push the story forward. Or another thing is like a filler episode almost because nothing really progressed in this episode. The whole episode was really just about her and dating, being a Hulk in the dating game. Basically, that's what the whole episode was about. Basically, she got on a dating app, met people that she tried to meet as her regular self. Jennifer wasn't getting no feedback from guys on the dating app, and then when she went as She-Hulk, she started getting whole lot of requests. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, you're basically a superhero. What you expect? If I got powers tomorrow and I turned out to be Spider-Man or Captain America, I get powers like them. And people found out, hell yeah, if I get on date app, they going ding, 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 ding. Like, oh shit. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the whole episode. Oh, and it was some other stuff with Wong in here, but I'm not gonna really go deep into it until I do my review. But me personally, I didn't really care that much of this episode. Like honestly, I was like really making breakfast the whole time the episode was going on. I was listening and looking here and there, but my attention was not really on it because so far She-Hulk has not been that interesting to me, honestly to me. And it's kind of hard to like, I'm not gonna say hard, but doing a review for She-Hulk is kind of a little, in my opinion, a little difficult because I don't want to say the wrong thing and people take it the wrong way, basically. Or better yet, the right thing and people take it the wrong way because of how the TV show is going about things. Um, but I mean, what I would want to say is not negative, but just how from what I'm viewing how they're going things about She-Hulk, it's like I see it, and I'm not saying that's probably why I'm not really caring for the TV show so far, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's basically hitting you in the face. Um, well, I'm gonna just say it, but try to say it very plainly, I guess. I feel like so far the She-Hulk TV show has been just mostly directed, not directed, yeah, directed towards women, like things that they go through and stuff here and there and everything, like dating apps and like how the first episode, how she was telling Bruce how she's always controlling her anger because of how she's been approached and looked at and everything. How in episode 2 when she got the job and how guys were looking at her walking in and how also women were looking at her looking coming in the workplace. And yeah, like I said, how in this episode, like she go on dating app, she goes as herself and no man is approaching her that way, but she goes as She-Hulk, and now it's ding, 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 getting all these requests from different guys. And I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, any of my female friends that see this, or anybody else that's a female and sees this, and you think I'm wrong, please go in the comment section and let me know. My account on my page has always been open to any comment. I take any positive and any negative comments. I'm cool with that. I actually want to communicate with you guys, and you give me your opinions on things that I talk about and things that I do, because I like that. But that's just how I'm seeing it. But hopefully, that after this episode, we get down to like just something else besides her daily things that she's going through. Like, I mean, like mostly it's almost like okay, she's a Hulk, but she's not a Hulk. And I get that because that's what she said. She said she doesn't want to be a Hulk. She want to be a normal person. She want to go back to her old life, trying to be a lawyer and do things. So I also get that too. That's also why things are playing out how they are right now. But at the same time, I think there's only like 5 more episodes left. So I mean, what more can they bring besides now it's time to get into like the superhero side? She became a Hulk. She got her job, a lawyer job. She's in charge of her own lawyer firm, so that's something she wanted. She's on a dating app now, and yeah, guys are approach her because she's hawking, not her. But I mean, we covered that bridge already. She already had like 2 cases, the one with Abomination, and in this episode she had the case with Wong, and I'll talk more about that in the spoiler section. So besides that, I don't know what else they can talk about except for now it's time to get into like I'm not gonna say like a world danger, but like a problem that she has to face as a Hulk, as a superhero. Because at the end of the day, she's gonna become like a superhero, like not a full superhero, but she's gonna sooner or later she's gonna be like, I could be a lawyer, but I could also save lives too, basically, almost like Daredevil, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see what role Daredevil is gonna play in when it comes to this TV show. Because if you've seen the trailer, he comes in at some point. He comes in, and I'm just wondering when. Like, I hope it's not that he comes in like episode 8. He comes in, and then episode 9, him and She-Hulk team up to take down the main villain, and that's it. I don't want that. But then again, I wouldn't want that. Bias wise, I wouldn't want that. But looking from the outside, unbiased, that would be fine because he's also supposed to come in and have his own new TV show or movie. It's one or the other. So I will be fine with that being unbiased. But the fan in me from Daredevil, from watching his TV show that was when it was on Netflix and now it's on Disney Plus. I will want to see him. I want to see him at least in like the last 3 episodes. Give me the last 3 episodes of Daredevil coming in working with her. Like shit, fuck it. The 7th episode, the 7th episode can have him coming at the end, the very end. Like yeah, he's in. Cool. 8th episode, he comes in as his regular self, talking to her about what he could do and everything. And sometimes here and there, he goes out as Daredevil, and she goes out as She-Hulk. Cool. But the final episode, I want to have nothing but Daredevil and She-Hulk going crazy. And then they can end it with him leaving or something like that. That's what I would like to see. If we could get that, I would probably give them last 3 episodes above a 6. Just off of that, depending on how it gets. Cause I'm not gonna give it just a like higher than like a 7 just because of Daredevil. No, but that's what I would like to see. But overall, I'm gonna give this episode a 5, straight 5. I think I gave last episode a 5, so this episode is gonna be a straight 5, straight down the middle. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. I didn't care about it. Like I said, if you watch anime, basically, you know filler episodes from the main shit. To me, this felt like a whole filler episode. This felt like something like I felt like I could not have watched this and saw episode 5. Like I could have saw episode 3, skip 4, went straight to 5, and would not have missed out on nothing. Because honestly, I feel like I haven't missed nothing. Unless like there's something that I got like dissecting here more to see because they have one character in here. But I doubt that's him because that's not who it was. I'll get to that in the spoiler section. But I give it a 5 out of 10. So, if you haven't seen the episode yet, you want to go check it out. This is where you'll click off at. I appreciate you guys coming for the ones that needs to go watch the episode before I talk about spoilers. So I appreciate it. Links to my socials will be down below. Please follow me on all those. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you liked about my video, tell me what you didn't like about my video so far, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And to everybody else that's staying for spoiler section, we'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So, from what I remember, basically, there's this guy called, is it Danny Blaze? Him right here. Right there, his name is Danny Blaze. He supposedly studied the ancient mystic arts with Wong at the little training facility, but he left, and now he's using his skills with his novice skills as for to be a magician, basically. Only reason Wong finds out is because one, the tricks he did sent some random drunk girl to where Wong was at, and she was like, "Oh, hey, wait, no, she didn't call him Wongzi at first, but later on in the episode, she calls him Wongzi, and that's funny. But basically, Wong's like, he's got to pay, he's misusing the power, so he goes to Jen. And they talk more about the law stuff, basically, like, did you make him sign a contract or anything about using the powers? And he was like, no, you're supposed to make an oath to not use these powers for X, Y, and Z. But clearly, he doesn't care about that. So half the episode was basically about her defending Wong in court to, I guess, not sue but make Danny sign. I did I don't know, like a contract or anything to where he can't use the magic powers, misuse them basically. I'm not really up to date with not up to date. I really don't know what the law term is for that, but basically, yeah, he has to sign something to like not use it. But he brings his lawyers and everything, and they go back and forth in the courtroom about it. At one point, Jen brings the drunk white girl in, and it's funny because like Wong, it's right. I just thought it's funny because like Wong doesn't like the fact that he's misusing his powers to do that, but at the same time, in the very first episode, at the end, he did the same thing to get Abomination out for some kind of fight thing. I don't remember why he did it, but still, that ain't that kind of misusing your powers too in a way. I mean, just because you're a sorcerer supreme, so you know how to do your stuff, doesn't mean that you get a pass. I mean, think about Doctor Strange. How many times he misused his powers and fucked up shit? It just wasn't his fault, but he fucked up. No Way Home. I think it was just No Way Home. Oh no, in the very first Doctor Strange, well, he wasn't Sorcerer Supreme then, so okay. Basically, No Way Home. That took a big turn, man. You fucked up my boy Spidey. It was his fault too, anyway. But yeah. So that's half the episode. They're finding that case. The other half is Jen basically doing dating apps. She makes one with her regular self, Jen. Regular small Jen, regular lawyer. She gets no play, no play. Oh, and I don't know what they called the app, but if you looked at it, it looked like Tinder. So she gets no play. No play on Tinder. So she's talking to her friend about everything. Like, yeah, we're working on this case. Whoop the bam. And her friend's like, basically like, why don't you go on there as She-Hulk? And she's like, no, I want them to see me, not She-Hulk, me. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to just swipe for some guys and help you out. That's what they do right here, basically. And she does get some dates, but they are unsuccessful. Every day she go on is unsuccessful. So then, as you see right here again, she goes home, turns to She-Hulk, and makes another account and puts it up there. And within 5 seconds, ding, 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 she's going crazy. Her stuff's going crazy. She breaks the fourth wall. Every episode, she's going to break the fourth wall. So I'm not even going to go into that. I like that sometimes, but I'm not going to go into that. But she finally gets play. And she goes to these dates as She-Hulk, and she meets all these guys. One guy was like, how much can you lift? She was like, I think she's like a ton or something like that. I think she said, basically more than he can. He's talking to, I could lift 600. And I'm just like, bro, she could beat you in an arm wrestling match with probably her pinky. So that's funny. And then she meets another guy talking about treating her like a specimen, because I guess he's like some kind of scientist too, asking her about vibranium and shit like that. And then she finally meets one guy, and this was amusing to me because like it was just funny because off the bat you could already tell he well, no, you can't tell. You can't really tell because what happened towards the end of the night. Because he was all into her. He asked her, like, asking more about her, constantly asking more about her. They get so much talking that they go back to her place. And as they're still talking, that's when Wong comes and just up to date because he needs her help fighting off these demons that came from a portal that Danny Blaze made through another one of his magic shows. So that part interests me because we got to see She-Hulk fight more. And I'm not saying that's the only thing I care about in this series is her fighting, but it's like me growing up knowing about She-Hulk. Like that's mostly what I saw her for, and like special guest appearances and shows, and like I think she had her own little TV show I think at one point, and I mean they didn't really like focus that much on her like dating and outside the workforce. It was mostly like her in the workforce and her being a superhero. So I guess that's why I really didn't really care about the dating stuff. But back to what we were talking about, she goes to Wong, helps him clear all the demons out, and seals them back into like another dimension. But she kept Wong because she went to Danny. She was like, if you guys don't sign to not mess up with magic again, I'm gonna stick this guy on you basically. And he was like, okay, cool, fine, we'll sign. So threw the demon away and they signed the paper and Wong won his case. Wong took her back to a hotel apartment, and her and old dude got busy. They didn't show her off screen, but she picked him up. He was the woman that night. But then this is what happened after the next morning. She was like, I made you breakfast. And he was like, who are you? And she was like, oh, Jen, She-Hulk. Oh, this is me and my normal self. He was like, I'm gonna go. And it's like, she was upset. But at the same time, you can't blame him only because you went on a dating app as She-Hulk. That's what he liked it. That's what he was attracted to. So, I mean, it's not about looks, it's about the personality and other stuff. I get that, but you go on there showing what you bring into the table, and that's what he liked it. So you really can't blame him. So it was like, yeah, I don't know. But then at the end, we find out that what's the villain name? Titana, the girl that She-Hulk one punched in the first episode towards the end. She got out of jail, and now she's suing Jen for the name She-Hulk because Jen never trademarked the name. Titana did. So now she's suing Jen for the name She-Hulk. And I'm guessing that's what the fifth episode is about to be about. I hope it's like a deeper situation going on in that. I really hope that like the fifth episode is not just about her trying to trademark the name She-Hulk, because that's gonna be a waste of an episode. That's gonna be a big waste. And plus, actually, no, I don't think it will because we still have no idea why did Titana. We still have no idea why she even busted through the courtroom in the first episode in the first place. Nothing was explained. Nothing about her is explained either. I still don't know who that is. I still don't. But yeah, and then the episode ends. And then they had like a post-credit scene with Wong and the drunk girl, and the drunk girl's talking about something. You ever had vodka? Yes. You ever had sex on the beach? Yes. You ever had like just asking about alcoholic drinks? And Wong was like, my favorite drink is gin and tonic. She's like, ooh, Wongzi. I'm like, oh my god. It's like the second episode where the post-credit scene did not need to happen. Like, what was the purpose? I mean, yeah. But like I said, besides the fight scene, nothing really interests me with this episode. It was a 5 out of 10 because of the fight, a little comedy here and there that I liked it. Visually wise, she's looking a little bit better than the last episode. You know, the CGI is a little bit okay. I don't know about the right there, but it's all right. Yeah. So like I said, I hope that Daredevil comes in soon. I don't want him to come in the 8th episode and then just be there, just to be there. I want him to come in there. I want Daredevil to have some kind of weight in the next few episodes. Like I want him to have like something to where like he mattered. I don't want it to just be a cameo, basically. I don't want it to be a Wong. Well, so far Wong is nothing but a cameo. But that's my review. I hope you guys, enjoyed my video. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, tell me what you liked about it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Soon the defense will rest, her fist upon your face.